on the program again today, and of course it is the economy today. We believe that what we do is to ensure that we get the best form of what happens concerning the economy and bring it across to you, and that exactly is what will happen again this day. Good morning and welcome again. Thank you for being there for us. Okechukwu Onubogu here, and we will say, I want to say that it's good to have you there. And now we want to go straight to talking about some of the things that we normally do here. We talk about the stock exchange, and we take our news beats, then we get into a discussion with our guests. I have two guests today, and may I say we had to come, we just had to come, and certain circumstances were overcome. Thank you for being there waiting for us. Let's get straight to finding out what we have on the stock exchange market. The Nigerian Stock Exchange, we have all shares index at 0.47%, and we had 97,501.29, and then values traded was 684 million naira, while the volume was 39 million. We also have market capital at 55.2 trillion naira. And that's it for the all shares index and the market and all that for now. Let's look at the top traders that got in there. That is the top shares. We have 5 of them among the many that traded. But then the 5 that led the team is KAFTAN, having, the 5 are KAFTAN 7.5 million, Fidelity Bank 5.2 million, GTCO that is 4.2 million, and NPFCRB, that is the Nigeria Police Force Microfinance Bank, 1.51 million. Then ICO Insurance has 184 million. We'll go and hoping that a lot will happen in that side. Among all of them, there are about not less than 20 gainers. Among the gainers, we have Fidelity Bank leading with 10% again increase. 1.30 is what they added, and so that gave them 10%. Of gain. Livestock got 9.76% gain. Regal Insurance got 8.70% gain, and Triple G had 7.63% gain. Well, Ella Lakes 5.56% gain. Yes, let's look for those who are the decliners. The GTCO, incidentally, this time it declined with 5.19%, while Nigeria Police Force Microfinance Bank got 3.61%. ICO, these are all on the minus, of course, because they are decliners. ICO 3.39%, and KAFTAN 0.76%, and QTIX 0.37%. These are all on the decline. They all declined. In the oil market, the West Texas Intermediate crude went for 75.86, that is $75.86, and they gained 1.99%. Brent crude went for 79.34, that is $79.34, and 1.65%. Northern crude 78.75, that's 75 cents, and $78.75, and they had 1.29% increase. And natural gas had theirs, and Bonilite, our own Bonilite, 78%, $78.62 per barrel. That's what we have there for Bonilite. Thank you so much for seeing that, and we'll go on ahead to bring more for you as we go on the program. And this time, I want to introduce the next thing on the show for us today, and that's talking about the news beats that we have. Divine Okechukwu is prepared for these bits that you hear at a time like this.
Fine equipment, heat exchangers, LNG vaporizers, regasification plants, liquefied CNG compression terminals, LNG plants, machinery pumps, compressors, filters, weighing machines, valves equipment, cryogenic storage tanks, liquefied CNG conversion tanks, pipes, piping fittings, and flanges used for liquefied natural gas processing, electrical equipment including cables for liquefied natural gas processing, steel plates, angles and bars for liquefied natural gas processing, LNG-related chemicals, biogas digester, biogas compressor, desulfurization units, dryer, distillation columns for processing biofuels, bioethanol refinery equipment, fermentation tanks, biofuel-related chemicals, enzymes and reagents, liquefied petroleum gas, compressed natural gas, feed gas, automotive gas oil. Naira for crude. 3 refineries plan PMS production down in River State.
Well, thank you so much, Divine, for that beautiful package, and of course, supported with that your wonderful voice. Thanks a lot. And here I have 2 guests today on the program. One is someone that is new on this program. The other we are seeing for the first time this day, and this will not be the last time he'll be here. Let me begin with the new man on the program. I am talking about the one that is close to me, and he is Kayzee Wendeh. That is it. And that K, as we said before, is Wendeh, and then popularly known as Kayzee Wendeh. He is a musical artist, and it's good to have him here. I think he also do production.
Yes.
Yes, he's a musical artist and a producer, and that's why we have him here today, because we have a topic, and that topic is music and entertainment industry. Then we say in it the impact of the economy, the impact the economy has made on the music and entertainment. That's why I said impact of economy, not impact on economy. Right. Now, we also have another fellow who has been seen on this program severally, but then these days he's not coming in as all those other things. These days he's coming in because I always say that he is a man that has many feathers, and today I'm bringing him as a musical artist. I'm talking about Sampraise Itomo. Sam, good to have you here again.
Thank you, wonderful audience. God bless you.
People do not know that you sing and and that you play. You play the instruments well and you sing and all that. So today I said, yes, I want to talk about this. We had the first phase some time ago. And I said, yes, I remember that you are deeply involved in this. Let's bring you in, because I know you can always fit in all these aspects of life that you are part of. Thank you for being here, sir.
Thank you so much.
All right. Looking at the thing you have, as I said, is the music and entertainment industry, the impact of the economy. Who is involved in the music industry? And even you can add as well the entertainment industry. Kayzee, tell us, who is involved in it?
Thank you for having me. The music industry, the entertainment is basically involves the stakeholders. Talking about, let's say for the music, for example, you talk about the musical artist, you talk about those who invest, and also the audience who consume the music or the product from the entertainment.
And the producer. Okay.
Now, because you talk about the musical artist, because we have all this process from you having to, maybe you had a song, you go to the studio, you make a recording, and it goes through that process to the channel where you have to record the song and probably make a video. Now you work with the producer, then you work with the video director. Now there's another part where you have to put your product out there, just like every other marketing
outfit
yes.
aspect of
so yes, you have to put yourself out there. So it involves this process from a musical artist to a musical to a producer, the producer to video director, for example, a sponsor as well, just like you mentioned, and the audience, to consume this product.
Okay.
Yes.
So when we talk about the music industry, it has a whole lot. you know. And in addition to that, I think there is also the backup artists that sing along with the artists. Is it not so?
Yes, but I don't want to go through that part because we also talk about the instrumentalists.
Yes,
because and if you want to further go in more, you talk about maybe the dancers, for example, having a video. You talk about the makeup artist and the whole lot involved. It's a very massive.
Yes.
Even fashion. Talk about fashion. It's all encompassed in this music
industry. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Even the choreographers. Now, Sampraise.
Sir.
I know you are part of this. You can look at it and say, apart from the fact that you may have one thing or the other to add to what he has said, I also want to say, how easy is it for someone to be involved in this ministry, in this field of life right now in the country?
It's a very important question. And to my wonderful audience, okay, you didn't brief me on this on time. I would have come with my keyboard, at least make a song or two.
No problem.
To try to
do that. Yes.
This man on the radio is saying, "Hold up, bang, puff, puff." I was able to send it down. This radio guy, Bluetooth, somebody like that.
Okay.
So I would have brought my keyboard and then use the something to send it down.
Send it down, yes.
It's a very important question in the sense that, you know, why I've not released any of my album yet, you know, is because I want to really do it well. Let it not be like I did a song and after like 5 years I'm looking at it and I'm no longer satisfied and it's not giving what I want. You know, in those days when I watch Chinedu DK videos, Kayzee Okeke's video, I saw those dancing aspect of it. It makes the music rich, very, very rich. So our problem today is that is some of our gospel people want everything fast. So you don't understand that there's an anointing. We are talking about gospel music here.
Yeah, but apart from gospel, do general first.
Okay.
Do general first before you now branch into gospel.
Do you know that the time you put into your song in terms of preparation is very, very important? So that when you come out, you are not just looking at the money you are going to make, you are looking at legacy you want to impart on the earth. So I believe our preparations have been always very shallow. We need to go back and reduce the quest for let me quickly release my album and make the money and do this and fly abroad. No. Look at your future, look at the future of music. Look at all those songs that Awake and When You sang many years ago till today. You play it, they make sense. Because there is message. Music, sir, the best class of music is the message you are sending forth. Let it be healing. Let it be like, look at the Nigerian system. You are singing a song, a message to either government or to curb excesses of crime, and message.
Yes.
That's my standing point.
Okay. Now, that reminds me of some of those songs, like the song that Michael Jackson sang many years ago, and he got some of the artists to sing with him, the United American Artists, and they said, "We are the world,
we are the world,
we are the children."
Very powerful song.
We are the ones that make a better place for you. So you see that there are meaningful things that are said.
Every time you sing that song,
it's this ministers. Now look at the one that Onubogu also brought here some time ago. One love, keep us together. Is it not Onubogu?
Yes.
She's the one. You look at that song, that the way she did it. It's still today, people are still looking for that song, still playing that song. When there is problem, they want to play it. When there is a consolation, they want to play one love, keep us together. And of course, Onubogu. I remember one of Onubogu's songs that says Nigeria,
Nigeria must be one.
Yes, the Nigeria must be one. Such songs help a whole lot. And there is also the one that is called the Peace Song that the Fellowship of Gospel Music Ministers of Nigeria released some years back. Peace Song.
Yes.
And that song, that song, it's talking about peace all over the nation. So things like that. It doesn't really like that the others are not singing their own. They are singing. But the point is, just as he said, the message that is put into the
want the message.
Yes, they want the message. And Kayzee, looking at this, seeing, there was something he mentioned, that some people are in a hurry, or most people are in a hurry to bring out their works. I remember people like this lady that is a young person, mother of one that's not even with her husband right now, Tiwa Savage. I remember she's been there for years, and she's been doing some work and been consistently improving in the quality of what she has had. For such a person, even when she came the first time, it was wonderful. All her songs have always been hits. But then what I'm saying is, how is it that her songs are hitting it like that on a concert note? Or is it because of the preparedness he's saying, or what?
Okay, thank you very much, sir. But you know, first of all, I think, you know, when so far what I've known about her, when she came, you know, music has it requires a lot of sacrifice. It's capital intensive as well. Yes. Now, if I can remember very well, when she came, she was running. She was doing her music with her husband, was her manager as well. Yes. So she later signed to Navy Records. Yes. So when she signed to Navy Records, you know, that's a label that helped her. Yes, boosted her. Yes, invested. Yes. You know, because it comes with a lot of investment. Especially when you need to do promotion, because music, 10% is what you do. The production, the video and everything is just like 10 to 20%. The rest 80% has to do with promotion for you to get to that place where it's supposed to be. Now, so that is what the label did for her. You know, so, and when you get to that point, you have to be consistent. Do you understand? If you have a company or a label that is, or anybody that is sponsoring your craft, then you have to be consistent. So I believe she has had that cover. She has had that cover that kept her on since then up till now. She keeps doing, she keep doing. That's why she's still there at the top.
Yes, I also want to say that I knew something about preparedness for her, because when she was in America, I know she lived in America before she came back. Yes, she worked with great A-grade artists in America. Yeah, she did backup for them. Yes, like Kayzee. Yes. Now, while she was doing this, of course, she was preparing herself. So she had taken some time to prepare. Of course. So that when she came in here, it was just okay for her to move in her style, you know, to go that way. So whoever that sees it, don't just think that they just came and hit. No, they have done some background work.
She has done a lot of. As a matter of fact, she was even most times she wanted to settle in America. She wanted to do her music. She never had Nigeria in mind. You understand? But maybe one or two person told her, can you just come to Nigeria and do better? And she followed, and same thing with Banky. That's so they were like, you come to Nigeria and do your stuff. And when they came, it really worked out for them. Yes, because they've been putting in work. They've been putting a lot of work outside. Outside from day one. They've been really working on their craft, and you know, they were already prepared. Yes, for the big stage.
Okay. Yeah. I know other artists too who are like that. Like Davido, that people see today, and he's rising and doing a lot. He did a lot of learning while growing, while following the others. Again, he was in America. He came to Nigeria to work. You know, most of these people that are running have been there studying the others, and afterwards came home. I remember that at a stage when Tia was quite young in her work, she said that there was a time Davido would always come around and be with her, and they would be in the same place, and he was studying what she was doing. So that at the end of the day, that time nobody knew him, but now he is known all over the world. Global. Yes, he's a global name right now. And looking at it, there are people too. I remember that there are some artists too who have been like that, doing work, and they've been Two-Face, of course, has been wonderful. He has been here in Nigeria all the while. He didn't go out, but he has maintained a great standard, yes, for the 20 years plus that he has been there. He has had different songs, all of them becoming great hits and things like that. And even when they are not hits, You have classics among his works.
It's legendary.
Yes, that like the African Queen. Though we'll talk about that
song. Is a big hit.
Each time you see play it goes on like that. And this young man that has also been here, Flavor, that has been here doing a lot. You see, apart from the fact that I am from the same state with him, so I understand what he's saying, that sometimes he says things that are not okay, and so he praised me. But apart from that, I know that that young man is a huge talent.
Yes.
Because I know when he was starting these things, learning, he did a lot of that. He can play every instrument.
Yes.
He learned a lot. He bent down and studied very, very well concerning all this before he came into these things. It's just like the other one that is the one that produced these two brothers, Peter and Paul. The first one that produced them later started playing his own music. He happens to be the person I know very well, Jay Martins. Jay Martins also, in actual fact, Jay Martins at a stage lived in my home.
Wow.
And Jay Martins at that time was a wonderful keyboardist. In fact, there was only one young man that was better than him. But that young man is of blessed memory now. He's late. The name is Echezona. That was the young man's name. He died. The first time Jay Martins saw Echezona, he followed Echezona with every strength. He was playing keyboard, but he saw a master in the
somebody who is
he followed him until the death of Echezona. Jay Martins learned a lot from him before he now decided to go to Lagos, But before going to Lagos, he went to Onubogu, and thank God for people like Chukwu, the general overseer of Dominion City. Chukwu, who happens to be a personal friend anyway. Chukwu said to him, "Look, if you want to play, I'm not preventing you from playing music," because he was playing in his church. But he said, "You must go to school. You can't just play and just say you're playing." So he made him go to school. He went to a suit, and that young man, that Jay Martins you're looking at, had 2 different degrees. But still continue playing his music. So he told him, "Yes, now you can go ahead." Just as this son did to his son, Falano. He told his son, "I'm not stopping you from playing music, but you must go read law. Come out, show me your degree." Yes, and he did. Today he is a lawyer, though he's facing his music. Things like that. And there are many others. I remember the other one too, the son of a former minister in Nigeria, from Imo State. The mother was a minister, Kenachikwe. The son happens to be one of his sons. He said he is the only MC with an MSc. That kind of thing. Because the mother told him, "You must go and study, go to school." And he came up with that being 5 and 6 with music, and then being the MC with the MSc.
That's made to see.
Yes, made to see. Yes, made to see. When you see the way the mother will see him, I call him made to see. You like it because he did what the mother asked him to do. And I'm just mentioning a kind of training because of what you said, sir. Training. These people didn't just come into the music world and start singing. They had training, effective training. I remember also that even Ada, even Sinach, even Frank Edwards, these fellows did serious training, underwent serious training before coming out. Even Mercy Chinwo, that many people, do you know that Mercy Chinwo was the first person to win that Nigerian Idol thing? She was the, I remember.
I even saw it on Facebook the other day. Yes. That she even sang with Fela.
Okay, but the one I'm sure is this one particular one, because I joined to vote for her that period. When they did that Nigerian Idol, that was when the last song she sang was that her first hit, Jesus, You Love Me So Much, Excess Love. Such people, they have done. When she finished that, because she wanted to branch into gospel, she wanted to maintain gospel music, so she didn't want to go to others, and they said to her, "Why not drop the Jesus in the thing you're playing so that we can promote you?" She said, "No, I don't need a promo if that's the case." She stayed back for some years, about 7-8 years before she, and then I remember that she went on quietly preparing her life, waiting for the right time, and when she made it, it became a great thing. That's why she even played with one of the big time artists here in Abuja that helped to promote her very well. I keep forgetting this young man's name. His wife is also playing, and he's from your state. He's a good, great artist, and he said, I also remember the name, I'll mention it. He's a gospel artist, Chris Morgan. Chris Morgan. And Chris Morgan was the one that helped her, encouraged her. That's why Chris Morgan up today calls her my daughter. And she calls him her father because of what he did in her life, you know. So there are people like that we have seen doing great works. But people, sometimes when you see them outside, you think they've made it all. They are making money today because of the preparedness.
Yes.
And we're saying, from what we're saying, the impact of the economy on it. What does it do today? Because before, when you go out to perform, at the end of the day, you have a bill that is you give to them, and they will give you something. Today, what is it like?
So I didn't get that.
That's when
it's a different kettle of fish.
Okay.
The gospel artists are being hosts with millions.
Yes, with millions of naira.
In fact, as a man of God, they may not even give you what they will give the gospel artist because of the impact of music on a normal society or service or program.
Yes.
You know, so
yes,
the paradigm have shifted very, very widely.
I remember a friend of mine in Onitsha, who happens to be the general overseer of a ministry. He invited me, but the invitation was late, so I couldn't go. And he told me that he had spent a lot of money. That these artists, it was a gospel night, and these artists, they had paid 2 million, 3 million, 5 million, all that million to them, and he was asking me to, please, can you come and moderate the affairs? I said, well, it's getting late already, because he was calling me on a Thursday, in fact, on Thursday night, and the program will happen on Friday night. So I said, so for me, I don't think it would be right for you to ask me to take transport and come. So if you can get me a flight ticket, then I'll come. But if not, let it be. But he couldn't get it, so I had to let it be.
Yes,
you see, yes, because of all that. And look at what he had paid them. And if not for the fact that what they are doing has made some positive impact, nobody will want to pay that kind of money. Nobody will want to pay that kind of money, you know. And so that's why I was asking, what is it like going to perform somewhere, and even if they are giving you $1 million, 2 million, 3 million, then right now that the economy is like this, are you still getting that kind of money?
It's been a little bit challenging because of the economy.
Yes.
You know, because inflation and everything has made things to be slow. But whoever is trying to really wants to do an event or a concert will definitely look for a way. If you need XYZ and you know the cost of XYZ, and you know people are even raising the bar because of what the economy is talking.
Yes,
people are raising the bar.
To go and get Gary, it is no longer what you
people are raising the bar. So yes, everything is going up. The musicians or the artists are also lifting the bar. You know, so that they can, because the way everything has gone up, you still need to go back to the studio to work.
Yes.
You still go to you still make a video.
Yes.
You still do promotion, and everything is up. So
you still need to feed your family.
You feed your family. You know, most important.
Yes. You still need to feed your family. You know.
So and you want to take flight to where? To wherever place you're going to. It's all the bills. So yes, they've increased
a lot.
Yes.
Now, it is the economy that has affected this, that is making, and you don't blame any artist. Or do you blame any artist for doing that, Sampraise?
Let me say it's two-sided answer. Number one, we have the artists that originally pinned their mind on the money aspect. So I have a little blame on them. Then I now have the other side of the answer, that you don't blame them. Why? Because okay, if I'm coming on stage, I must look good, and I know the cost of dry cleaning
your clothes. Yes,
that's number one. Then sometimes, you know, music is an art. You know, even as much as it sounds scientific, but it's also an art. In fact, majorly an art. So
of course, we have the art and science of music.
Yes, people you rehearse with matters a lot. Do you know that assuming I'm not playing keyboard and I just want to sing, someone that understands my singing and gives me what I want on my keyboard promotes the anointing.
Exactly.
And it can easily bring healing.
And when you're singing, when you're playing too, someone that can sing along with you.
Yes. With the microphone.
Yes.
Your skills on the keyboard metamorphose. You understand? So that artistic aspect of music makes it is an expensive product.
Very expensive.
Very, very expensive. It can bring the dead back to life.
Yes. Yes.
You know, I can't joke. In fact, I don't want to manage music in my ministry. I want to enjoy music.
Let me just say that I know that people may not know all that, but that I have sang with this man on so many programs, you know, and we still hope to continue.
We'll do it
because I know that some people do not know that I can sing.
It's like you and I, we have a click.
Okay.
Something in a spiritual musical note.
Exactly. That whenever we
remember now.
It was like that.
You just gave me a sign on that keyboard.
And that was it.
And that's a sign.
So that's one of those.
Then the ones here, my people told me, say, okay, dance. You see, I was playing keyboard.
Yes.
So they have to back me up in the studio here. Wow. Okay, dance like a baby. I love that. I love that. That childish nature of music.
Yes, that's it.
When somebody gets your notes, my God, you can't help it.
Just moves it, yes. So now, looking at it, going forward, what do you think should be done concerning the music industry?
A lot. Because, for example, we need, if it was possible, but you know the way the country is, but we would have loved that the government invest in the music industry.
Yeah, look at this camera and say that clearly.
We really love the government to invest in music industry, you know, because most of the people that have excelled, is basically probably individual efforts. It's really individual efforts, because there are so many ways the government can come in.
Yes.
You understand? Because we have piracy. There's still piracy there.
Yes.
Yes, and governments, people are losing a lot of revenue from that aspect as well. So we want government to also invest, make laws to curb that piracy, and to also, like in Nigeria, we don't have any sort of music institute. You know, we don't have that. There's one music institute in South Africa that I know of. One of my friends finished from there. You know, so we need things like that people could go and study. And just like most of this, like you were talking about Flavor. Flavor is all street. All the things he learned, all the things that made him what a good performer can be.
Yes,
it's from the street. Or is it Burna Boy? These people, they are good performers. Are just called. It's just all street.
Yes.
But and I know, like a friend was telling me, that my friend that went to South Africa, he said, for you to be a performer normally, you have to be in a band. You have to go through a band, so that will build you. And they have institutions. They have institutions where you go to study music and various aspects of music. So we want government to create those avenues. If there are ways they could give incentive or probably loans to people to establish that institution, it will really help. It will really help a lot. And I know normally music has moved from CD, normal CDs now to digital.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a lot of everything has gone digital. We were doing the iTunes, we are doing the Boomplay and all streaming. So if government could help, a lot of revenues that government can still make
from that.
Yes, from this aspect.
Okay.
Yes.
So in actual fact, you're saying that with the government support, with the government assistance, or with the government sponsorship,
yes,
that music could become another gold for Nigeria.
Absolutely.
Yes, because I think that is correct. Because with all these international artists we have that are Nigerians, a whole lot of money can come into the coffers of the government through they are doing part of it effectively. And now, this is for the government. What about the church? What about the ministry, which you are part of? Tell us about it. Is there any way the church can help effectively to lift the quality of music in the church and to let it bring in some funds effectively too?
Especially like building up the young stars.
Yes.
Who you are seeing with such talents being displayed. Like he mentioned, you know, in those days I used to be in Jos. I know of Panam Music Institute, and he does it at his own level. And you know, I also see a need, a very, very big need for men of God that have what it takes to, you know, what we call talent hunts. You know, develop this one, because it's a big market. That music aspect is a big market. Like you mentioned, most of people like Flavor, they are self-dexterity that brought them up, you know, self-effort, and on and on. What if you have like a big church that have, I was also told that Chris Oyakilome of Christ Embassy help people like Sinach.
Yes, because Sinach was singing in the church.
So there's
many of them from that place.
Yeah, so I think some are doing that already
as well.
And some of us who are coming up have it in mind. I'm going to blow the music world in Nigeria. You know, as soon as I'm going to hit a big concert, international delegates are coming.
Yes,
is it not tourism already? Is it not commerce? Is it not economy? We are boosting. Hotels are going to have guests.
Yes.
The restaurants are going to have patronage, and the spa stores, they're like H-Medics in town. So I think the music industry reflects virtually every aspect of the economy. So it's a desire.
Okay, I know that there's this program that this Reverend in Lagos does every year. It's called The Experience. Experience. No, it's not The Experience is from House on the Rock.
House on the Rock.
There is The Experience. It's a tourism event, because every year it happens. Sometime in November or December, you know, it happens. People will come from all over the world to attend that program. Yes, to attend that program. I remember my friend Evangelist Chooks Chidibe, who has been in that program. I think he has been on that program about twice or three times. You know, and then we see people from far and near coming in and being effectively involved. This is big money for the church and for the country. Because when they come, these guests that come are placed in hotels owned by individuals, owned by governments, so they make money for them too. You know, so there is need for the church to support their artists, to encourage them to come up. The way, as you said, the way Chris Oyakilome has supported his own artists. There are others in other churches. They should do same. And it's a good thing that we came here to talk. And that reminds me, I look for the governor, that is the governor of Performing Musicians Association of Nigeria, PMAN, or Musician Employers Association of Nigeria, PMAN, as it may be called, to bring him here also to come and talk. Because I know there are some other aspects of this thing that he will help us to clear them more on the program.
What of our Panam?
And of course, Panam we look for them to come and give us, because we want to bring in all these people to see the importance of the things that they are doing and how effective such things can be to the economy of the nation, of the church, of the individual, and of course to boost Nigeria to the world. It's an export. Music is an export from Nigeria today.
Massive.
You know, to the world.
Yes.
Not just to Africa, but to the world. We have had them do collabos. Remind me of some of them.
Rema
did collabo. Whiskey did collabo. Davido did collabo, and with foreigners, I mean. Yes, you know, and that's a lot of huge income that comes in. So let's work on getting these the more. With this, a lot more can happen.
Nigeria is blessed.
Nigeria is truly blessed. That we are not supposed to be hungry as far as this life is concerned. So we beg the government, help us so that our nation will be that which God has ordained it to be. Well, final words from you before as we round up for the program today.
All right, my wonderful viewers. When I speak, 90% of my contribution on the music is from the gospel aspect.
Yes.
And my model, the person that I'm following, is musical lyrics, is David, the king of Israel. He was found in the bush developing himself to the point that the palace had a problem, and he was invited, and Israel became, you know, a wow country. Deliverance, healing, brought God
Yes.
down to the nation. That is the man I'm following. He's my model, and I'm encouraging each and every one of my audience to please go inward and do more. So that when you give a hit, it will become a legacy. As even many years after, you must have gone back to heaven.
Yes. Kayzee, tell us what's also your final word.
Well, viewers, if you are an entertainer or you have a content creator, just keep doing your work. You know, consistency will pay. So you have a lot of people reaping and making good fortune from the entertainment and the music. So I'd like to advise everybody who has content to keep. You might have challenges of funds and all that, but just keep doing. Just keep doing. You might hit the work. You might break out very soon. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Kayzee Wendeh. Thank you so much for being here today. I remember one of your songs. Which one is it? It's Nigeria. So you did one for Nigeria. There's also that one that you something Naira. Yes, you had that one that is Naira.
Yes.
It's good to have you on in our station today and on the program. Thank you. Usually we'll still get you on again to us to talk more.
I appreciate it.
Right, and special thanks to Sampraise, Itomo. Thanks a lot, a million times for being here whenever I beckon on you to come.
The pleasure is mine.
Thanks for saving situations for me. Okechukwu Onubogu here saying that the very best is what we want to happen to us. But before I take my leave of you, I want to say special thanks to Chukwu, who helped me effectively to get things done this day. And of course, I wouldn't by any means forget Divine Okechukwu. And I remember there is Ihani Goji, and so many other fellows, Chize Victor, and Pamilani, I won't forget too. Thank you so much for being there, Kayode, for being there to help and see that things happen the way they ought to be. And I think there is also another divine around. I'm talking about Divine Labrilaga. Okechukwu Onubogu here saying, may the best happen to us all. God bless you.